Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm reviewing LEGO Infinity Saga set number 76200, Bro Thor's New Asgard. This set has 265 pieces, 2 minifigures, and 1 character, and it retails for $30 in the US. This is a very strange set because it's a retailer exclusive, and I honestly never expected LEGO to make like a super detailed display piece of Thor's living room. So here is Bro Thor. This is very faithful to the scene that he appears in, shirtless. I was honestly kind of surprised that LEGO made such an accurate minifigure, but he looks pretty good. He's holding Stormbreaker and a bottle of alcohol. That's one thing about this set. There's like a lot of alcohol in this for a LEGO set, which is interesting. That's one reason why I was surprised that they made this scene. Now, one thing that I really hate about this minifigure is the leg print, because I think that print on the legs of like the checkered pajama bottoms, that's very nice. But as you can see, his belly goes onto the hip print, but it's printed horribly. It is not the same color at all, and so it just doesn't look good to me. I really wish that LEGO wouldn't have even ruined like that hip print with that like belly overhang, because like they know their printing capabilities at this point. They knew it wouldn't come out good. It does not look like this in like the box images, and so I just really would have preferred if it was left off instead of looking that bad. The rest of the minifigure is still good though. He does have some nice back printing, and he does have that alternate face with lightning. It would have been great to see a new face print for him because Thor was not cheery at all in this scene, but that might have been a little bit too much to ask for. Korg is an amazing minifigure. This guy looks so good. I love his dual molded arms. His torso printing is fantastic. And of course, that brand new like hairpiece mold for his head is just perfect. I'm really happy with this guy. I would have loved to see something going on with the legs because he was not wearing long pants in this scene. So honestly, I kind of would have preferred if LEGO had saved their budget, not printed Thor's legs, and then given Korg dual molded or printed legs instead to make him an even better figure. With those headphones around his neck removed, you can see some more of his printing. He is holding a video game controller piece and a slice of pizza. Those are both really nice accessories to get, and he does have an alternate face, although it's still cheery. And here's a closer look at that head mold. Again, this is very nice. I always assumed that Korg would be made as a big fig, but I guess he doesn't really need it because this mold does give him just like a little bit more height, which is perfect. Meek is kind of a disappointment to me because LEGO just chose to represent him. I think Meek's a him, I'm not sure. But they chose to represent him as just a minifigure head on a couple of flower pieces. That's a great head print, very creepy, but I just don't think that this build looks good at all. Even if they were going to go brick build, I would have preferred something else, but honestly, I would have just rather we had like a little robot body made for him, even if it was inaccurate, because we know LEGO can do pretty nice compact robot builds, so I would have liked to have seen that instead. Before we get to the main build, we do have one tiny little side build. This is the Welcome to New Asgard sign, very accurate to the movie, although it's much smaller than it was in the movie. I kind of would have liked to have seen this larger, but I mean, it's pretty nice to get it at all. So here's the build. This is basically like one of those Ideas sitcom sets that's just like the living room, so kind of like the Big Bang Theory or, you know, even like Friends. So that's very interesting to me because I would not have expected Thor's living room to get this kind of treatment. There is a little bit of detail around the outside. You've got these windows, or this window that can open. You also have like a little bit of detailing at the door, and of course the door can open as well, but it's not really meant to be viewed from this side. As you can tell, even like the masonry bricks are facing the front because LEGO just really wants you focusing on the inside. So starting on this side of the house, you do have a really nice sand green couch that can be easily removed because it's just on a couple of those 1x4 pieces with like the tile in the middle. And on top, it's got a wonderful sticker that says Storm Baker's Pizza with like an image of a pizza slice on like Stormbreaker's handle. I really love that. I think it's a great detail, and you can fit all 3 of the characters on this couch. Above the couch, you've got darts thrown into the wall. LEGO has used that technique before, and I think it looks great, but my only question is, where's the dartboard? Like, what were they even trying to hit? Up here, we've got a whip, a frying pan, and then just a bunch more knickknacks lining the walls. You've got a couple of books, a goblet, a nano figure, another bottle, and then on the other side, you've got a pitchfork and a wonderful image, again, stickered, of Thor, Valkyrie, Korg, and Meek from Ragnarok. The cluttered detail continues on this side. You've got like a hook or like harpoon on the wall. You've got a little, seems like a sailboat on display. I think that's supposed to be an air conditioner, more cups, an oar, a shovel. Like, yeah, there's just a lot of clutter, which is nice. It's very detailed. There's a keg on the floor that's actually filled with like little transparent yellow studs meant to represent beer. And there's more bottles in a chest on the floor right in front of an open flame, which cannot be safe. And there's a little fish in that chest as well. So yeah, there's a lot of alcohol in this set, much more so than a normal Lego set. Like, Legos had kegs before, but even filling them with studs is like new for them. So I'm surprised that they actually went that far. The TV build in the corner can be picked up, and there is another bottle on it, as well as a cookie underneath. And that's actually a nice detail about the couch that I forgot to mention. When you lift it up, there is a cookie underneath there, like it's fallen down. But this TV, it's showing Fortnite in the movie. However, Lego obviously didn't want to try to get the rights to Fortnite for just a sticker. So instead, it's showing something that looks like Fortnite, but it's a Lego game instead. I think that that's really cute. And I think that is supposed to be Korg on the screen? I can't tell because it looks blue, but then they're holding Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. So that's a really great little build, and you also have what I'm assuming is a DVD player down there. And finishing up on the floor, you've got more piles of pizza boxes, an actual pizza, another bottle, a can of something, and then another pizza box in the corner. And this exposed clip is actually a place to hold Stormbreaker, which is very nice. I love it when Lego includes clips for your accessories. I also think it's nice that all the furniture is removable. Again, it just makes it feel even more like an idea set to me. This actually goes on at an angle. There's another piece of pizza on the floor, and then you've got this really nice newspaper that shows 5 years after the blip. That is incorrect. It should say 5 years after the snap, because the blip is, you know, like that period where everyone was snapped. But I mean, that's like kind of a minor nitpick. And then you also have an ottoman with another one of those video game controller pieces. Those are still kind of rare, so it's great to get two in one set. And there's everyone all cozied up on the couch together. This does make for a really nice little display piece. And again, I just love the amount of detail that's been packed into such a small little set. This set has a pretty great selection of extra pieces, from stuff like the oar, the headphones, and the nano figure, to then like the printed 1x1s. Sadly, my dog, who I feel I should add is named Thanos, decided to chew up the set while it was still new in box. So I bought a second one for this portion of the review, and just to be able to keep it sealed. I really like the Infinity Saga art on this thing, although kind of awkward. You can see Thor's house in the background of that image, even though this set is showing you the inside of it. And then the back does have a nice little scene with all three of the characters. The instruction manual is actually pretty large for a set of this size, and at the back we do have an ad for the other Infinity Saga sets, the same that we've seen in all the other manuals. Overall, I think that this is a great little display set. It's a very nice, detailed, like just snapshot of life. You've got some great minifigures in this set, although I do really hate that printing issue with Thor. Again, Lego should not be having issues like that still, and they shouldn't do stuff like that if they're going to have problems with executing it correctly. But my biggest problem with this set is the price. This set comes in a $20 box, and that's because it should be a $20 set. It has 265 pieces, which is already not a great price per part ratio. A lot of those pieces are tiny. You've only got 2 minifigures, and the finished size of this thing is not big at all. It is very small, and I can't believe that Lego's selling this for $30. I thought that this would be an okay $30 set, but I just feel kind of ripped off. This should be $20 or $25 max. And the other thing is, it's just a weird set. I don't get why it exists, and I don't really need it to exist. This scene is not like Lego conducive, in my opinion. It is a depressed Thor that has like sunk into like alcoholism, who has like let himself go because of how depressed he was and not being able to kill Thanos. So I don't really get why Lego made it a set. Like, yeah, sure, it's an iconic scene, but like not to make into a set for, what's the age recommendation on this? 7-year-olds? It's just weird. And my other personal gripe with this set is that if Lego's gonna be willing to make highly detailed idea-style living rooms of like the Avengers, then why couldn't they have made a WandaVision set like this? They won't make sets for any of the Disney Plus shows, and yet they'll make a set like this. I just feel like it's kind of a wasted slot in the end, even though it's a really, really great set. So take that as you will. I still like it. It's just like, it's not what I would have picked from Lego Marvel for 2021. I would have picked Wanda's living room over Thor's any day of the week. So those are my thoughts on this set. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.